Collier County has a locally grown tomato that is greener than most, and that's just the way the staff wants it. Naples Tomato opened in March of 2000. The size of the restaurant, seating over 220 with a selection of over 500 bottles of wine, doesn't stop this American-Italian restaurant from being a recycling champion.
We started our recycle program probably 8 months to a year ago, right in that area there. I don't know exactly. And this is really brought about by Christian Ecolani, who is a server here. The program has been very successful. It's not that difficult to do at all. It's actually quite simple. I mean, you have to put it somewhere anyway, so why not put it in a recycle bin?
I did my homework a little bit, and I researched what could be recycled, and I came up with some very specific items on the list that are now posted in all the locations throughout the restaurant. So wherever you have a normal garbage can, now you have 2 garbage cans. One blue one without a plastic bag in it, and then a very similar shaped one for your everyday waste, which surprisingly does not get as filled nearly as much as the recycling one does.
We're recycling quite a number of things, obviously everything we possibly can. We're recycling a large number of cans, a large amount of cardboard boxes, office paper, glass bottles from water bottles and wine bottles and that type of thing. Our cans are probably the largest number. We'll say maybe 130 cans per week. So what we do is we take off both ends of the cans and then crush them, so to compact them and so forth.
Even the little red liquid candles that go on the tables at night get recycled. The small plastic bottom holds the fuel. It's 100% plastic and 100% recyclable. Outside Naples Tomato, there are 12 96-gallon recycling bins that are filled and emptied about 3 times a week in season. That's nearly 14,000 gallons of cans, bottles, and paper a month that doesn't go into Collier County's landfill.
Staff support and management for the recycling program is essential for it to be pulled off. As long as your management is in full support of the idea, and you also need day-to-day enforcers of your program as well.
I'm pretty much like the enforcer. I basically, if I catch anybody throwing something away that should be recycled, I let them know. I let them know exactly where it goes.
The employees are very receptive to it because they all, everybody believes in recycling. Everybody in this day and age knows enough about it to not be able to turn a blind eye to it. You know what I mean? Where it's all over every place. So even the ones that are more lax and don't want to recycle still just do it out of habit because here everybody does. So everything gets recycled, so it's easier to recycle here than to not. We make it that easy.
A key ingredient to the success of any recycling program is education.
I personally made some signs in English and Spanish, as our staff here is bilingual, so I was able to do some on the grounds, easy training, showing them some of the items, which can be recycled, which can't be. The county makes it very easy to do it by having a commingling bin, so you could recycle plastic, glass, paper, and aluminum all in the same canister. So they've really made that very efficient and easy for businesses.
We've taken a few measures besides just the straight recycling, is just trying to reuse a lot of the papers. We'll take papers that have been used on one side, and if we can, or when we can, we take those papers, we bundle them together. We cut them up into 4 little squares and staple them and make notepads out of them. We take our menus and we're going with a slightly thicker stock so that if they start to get marked up on one side, we print on both sides. We just flip it over so we get to use it again. We had an initiative by one of our sous chefs that had taken the order sheets for ordering our produce and our raw product coming in that we send out to our vendors. Rather than going through a sheet and marking it up every day and then tossing the sheet when it was done, we've made the master copy. We slide it in a clear plastic protective sheet, and then we use dry erase markers. So we get to use that sheet over and over and over again. So it's just a great way to conserve the usage of the paper. And it's also money saving, because we're not spending all that money on the paper.
Well, we're into recycling because it's really the future. If we're not recycling now, it's going to be far too late to start. And this whole country, this whole state, is just too beautiful to ruin by just throwing garbage away. We've been doing it for far too long, and now it's time to try and fix that. And as we get back into saving the earth, saving the world and stuff, or at least the planet.
We're very fortunate. Our employees are great, and they all realize. I think that there's an awareness about the environment, and really, I think it's management's responsibility to communicate the objectives, communicate the goals, give them the tools to succeed, and then train them on the processes. Once that's done, it's fairly simple. And this is the type of thing that's very near and dear to many of our employees, so it's a very easy transition.
Collier County's Solid Waste Department recognized Naples Tomato with an award for going above and beyond required recycling. Naples Tomato, one tomato that's greener than most.